Manchester United fans, let's be honest for a second. If Manchester United had played like Chelsea, or if Amorim had made the kind of substitutions Enzo Maresca made, the media would have destroyed him. But here's the truth nobody wants to talk about: Manchester United have already played Arsenal, Manchester City, and Chelsea in the first 5 Premier League games, 3 of the toughest fixtures possible, and yet they're only 1 point behind Chelsea. And guess what? No one talked about how bad Chelsea has equally been because they are not Manchester United. Now I ask you this: who should really be under pressure? Amorim, who has navigated through this brutal start, or Chelsea, who have spent a fortune and can't even capitalize against smaller teams which they have played? That's the perspective the media will never give you, but we're going to break it down today. So stick with me, this analysis is going to be different. Let's talk about this hypocrisy in football. Amorim has been under fire every single week: wrong formation, wrong players, poor management. But let me ask you, where's that same energy for Guardiola, who right now has City sitting in the bottom half of the table with 1 game in hand? If City don't beat Arsenal, they're still stuck mid-table, yet you don't see people calling for Pep's head. Why? Because Manchester United is the biggest club in England, maybe in the world. Every mistake is magnified, every lineup decision becomes headline news. But what about Maresca? He made 3 substitutions in the first half just because of 1 red card. Imagine if Amorim did that, we'd see newspapers, pundits, ex-players all hammering him. On the other hand, Chelsea fans saying they played better than United after the red card. Come on. Let's be serious. If United are 2 goals up, why should they come all out? They already have a lead to protect. That's called game management. It's about controlling the match, not chasing it. Even before the red card, United were already tearing Chelsea apart. That's why the goalkeeper got sent off in the first place. Now let's touch on Garnacho, because this is a story that's not getting enough attention. He left Manchester United hoping for more minutes, but guess what happened? 5 players were substituted and he wasn't one of them. What does that tell you? At United, players think they're not being treated fairly. But reality hits them outside Old Trafford. Now can Garnacho come online and talk about not been played? The answer is no. They only do that in Manchester United, and when they leave, they turn saints. The real positive here is that United have Brentford and Sunderland next. These are games that will show us the true face of this team. Can they carry the same energy and character into matches where they're expected to dominate? Because let's be real, beating Chelsea at Old Trafford is fantastic, but the Premier League is about consistency. Here's why this run matters: United have already played 3 of the Big 6. That's a tough start, but it also means the fixture list gets lighter going forward. If Amorim and this squad are serious, they should rack up points against smaller sides and build momentum before heading to Anfield to face Liverpool. And let's be clear, with Matheus Cunha and Mason Mount back, there are no excuses. 6 points against Brentford and Sunderland should be the minimum. Those wins could transform the narrative, calm the pressure, and give United confidence heading into Liverpool away. Now about the formation. I'm not the biggest fan of the system Amorim is using. It doesn't fit the players perfectly. But, and this is important, even in a system that isn't ideal, the players have shown they can grind out results. That's the key difference. Liverpool, for example, have been poor in a lot of games this season. They've spent ridiculous amounts of money, they struggle to dominate, but they still get results. And because they win, no one cares about how bad the football looks. United need to do the same. Forget beautiful football for now. Results matter most. If United consistently win like they did against Chelsea and Burnley, people will stop complaining about the system. The real problem right now is chance conversion. United create plenty of opportunities, but they waste too many. If they could convert even 70% of their chances, they'd be sitting in the top 2 today. Sesko is always there in the right positions, but the team often fails to find him with the final ball. That's not a system issue, that's decision-making in the final third. Fix that, and suddenly this squad looks like title contenders. With Casemiro now out because of that red card, the big question for Manchester United is how to structure the midfield going forward. For me, the obvious answer is Ugarte. He's aggressive, he's mobile, and he has the engine to cover a lot of ground, something Casemiro no longer offers consistently. Ugarte might not have Casemiro's experience, but he gives United a different kind of stability, one that is crucial in high-intensity Premier League games. He sits deeper, breaks up play quickly, and allows the attacking players to have more freedom without always worrying about what's behind them. Then you look at the defense. Today De Ligt really showed something special, not just in terms of defending, but in terms of ball progression. Playing on the right side of that back three, he wasn't afraid to step forward, push into midfield, and even create chances. That's exactly what you want from a modern central defender, someone who can defend his area but also contribute in build-up. He was everywhere, covering spaces, winning duels, and showing that leadership United have been missing. Alongside him, Maguire can bring that aerial presence and strength in duels. And then there's Lainery Euro, who is quickly proving he belongs at this level. He gives you versatility, he can come on as a substitute, or he can even take Shaw's spot on the left side of the back three. That gives United balance, the ball-playing right centre-back in De Ligt, a physical presence in Maguire, and a young, dynamic option in Euro who can step in and learn game by game. If Amorim gets this balance right, United can finally have a backline that feels secure, while also helping in transitions. With Ugarte sitting in front of them, cutting out passing lanes, this setup could give United the defensive structure they need to control games, something they've lacked in recent years. It won't solve every problem overnight, but it could be the foundation for consistency, especially as United face winnable games like Brentford and Sunderland in the coming weeks. So where does that leave us? This win over Chelsea was massive, not just for the points, but for the confidence of the squad. But let's not get carried away. We've been here before, celebrating one big win only to slip up in the next game. The next two matches against Brentford and Sunderland are not just about points, they're about proving consistency. If United win both, 6 points in the bag, they go to Anfield with momentum, belief, and a statement: we're not just fighting, we're here to challenge. But if they slip up, then all this talk of progress will fade away again. So I'll leave you with this question: can United finally show the same fight against smaller teams that they've shown against the big sides? If they can, trust me, this season is about to get very interesting. Don't forget to subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think United can keep this up? And do you think Amorim deserves more respect than he's been getting? Let's talk.